How's it going, lads? Marshall here. Welcome back to another review. Now, as you guys know, Team of the Year, you can see that right there, is today. It has landed today. Team of the Year, we've got the attackers, we've got Messi, got Mbappe, we've got Karim Benzema as well. You want to see any of them reviewed on the channel? You already see two in the squad. We've got them on loans. Why not? Let me know amongst the comments. Now, today we're going to focus on the end of the year. It's not even the end of the year. Flashback. I don't know why I get them kind of mixed up because it's a completely different card type. But anyways, Flashback Sergio Ramos. Now he is 91 rated, height and medium work. It's 6 foot primarily with his heights. And yeah, he's right footed. He's got freestyle, which you don't really care for a centre back, do you? It's all about how he's going to be in game. And obviously, with his high medium work rates, it's going to be about how aggressive you are as a defender. Because I know many people on this game, they don't like defenders with high mediums. Fullbacks, yeah, fair game. Centre-backs, they stay clear of it. They like the mediums, medium highs, low highs. You know what I'm saying? High medium, it's a different kind of story. High as well, because they kind of do this kind of yo-yo effect, kind of disrupt the back line. But today, we're going to see how he is. Because as you guys know, like defensive-wise in this game, I'm an aggressive defender, so to speak. I like manually defending, closing players down myself, going in for the challenge when I probably shouldn't. I should keep the back line. But you're going to see all the gameplay. Well, obviously in the gameplay today and see how he does do. As for the stats, right? He's got acceleration. It's brilliant. Reactions there, composure's there, defending stats and the physical stats are there as well. Now, I looked at these stats and thought, yes, I could use an anchor. Probably use a shadow. I'm going to use a basic, and you might be asking why. I wanted the sprint speed, the agility boost, and the defending like pluses as well, because I think agility is very important, especially for manual defending on this game. As for the player traits, injury prone, a leadership, power header trait, which is possibly the only decent one there, you know what I'm saying, if he is up for corners. But lads, what we're going to do now is jump in the gameplay. Alright, so here we go into the gameplay to see how Sergio Ramos did perform for us tonight. We played free. Oh, free FUT Champs games, and he did pretty decent. I won all three of them as well. Wait, I've won all three FUT Champs games. I was losing in the final game, but we won it 5-4 in the end. But Sergio Ramos was exactly how I expected him to be. I wanted him to be quite quick in terms of like closing down the opposition. If he's got high mediums, right, I want him to get in there quick, because if you don't kind of intercept it quick, you're gonna have to drag him back manually, and like you see there, right, like I'm doing there, I'm dragging him back manually, because otherwise he just would have went in headstrong or won the ball back potentially, but he would have like left a gap in the back line. Now obviously when you're kind of having to do that and select them manually and dragging him a little bit behind the defensive line, you're not exactly covering the other side, you know what I'm saying? So again, high mediums, it's gonna be very kind of Marmite with this card. And I know I'm saying Marmite, and you guys that's not in the UK might be thinking, oh, what the hell does that mean, Marshall? Basically, you're going to either love him or hate him. I don't think it's going to be a middle ground with Sergio Ramos, and I don't think there's been a middle ground in the past with a Sergio Ramos either, because he always has this kind of high-medium work rates, and for me as an aggressive defender, I love it. Now, pros and cons, you see him on the left-hand side of your screen. Aggression. And again, I'm saying aggression because I like this aggressive style. These high mediums, he pushes up from the defense and he closes down pretty much in their face the second they get the ball. Because you've got to imagine, right, high mediums, you overturn possession, Sergio Ramos is going to do this. He's going to push up just that little bit more. Whereas if you've got a medium high, you in possession, they're basically going to do, this is the high medium, this is the medium high. You in possession on the counter attack, it's kind of like that, you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't really balance out. It leaves a gap in the defense. But I like that, because I like closing down players. I don't like standing off. I know a lot of people on this game, they grab the CDMs, defend with the midfielders, don't defend with the defenders. I'm an old school type of player, man. I just like to defend. Look, I'm pushing him out with the back line there just to try and get the challenge. And he wins the ball back, fair play to him, because he's very good at doing that. So the acceleration definitely does help in allowing him to close players down. And this is where the second question comes in. For me anyways, I don't know about you guys, the sprint speed is 77, because there's a big disparity between acceleration and sprint speed. 90 to 77. So does the 77 sprint speed affect the cards? Not in my experience tonight, it didn't. I thought the acceleration was kind of key into how I defended with him to close players down quickly. I was getting across, you see that. I blocked the challenge. What was a slide challenge for myself, but I got there, you know what I'm saying? So he's quick at moving across the defense, and I think that was key to Sergio Ramos tonight in terms of playing anyways. Now, if you're going to have, like, I don't know, 100 depth on this game, you're going to play everybody forward, like 4-2-4 or something like that, will you get exposed to, like, over-the-top through balls? Possibly. There's no doubt about that. But what I will say about that is, like, why you're playing such a high line. If you've got, like, a 77 sprint speed, so when he hits that max speed, he's got, like, half the field to cover, chasing down, like, an Mbappe. What are you doing? Your tactics are wrong, you know what I'm saying? So if you've got the acceleration, you've got the tactics right, you're going to love this card. You've seen some amazing blocks challenges, and overall, brilliant defending by Sergio Ramos. I wouldn't say myself, I'm not exactly the best defender on this game, but I just enjoy scoring goals, to be honest. Anywho, Sacklin. Very assured. He comes out with the ball a lot of the times. This could be his, like, ball control as well, right? Because he wins the ball, but it kind of stays in possession. So you've seen a few times, I think that one as well, where I've done a circle challenge on the PlayStation. I don't know why I forget. It's B on the Xbox. When I do those kind of challenge, it stays in possession. And I really do like that about the card, to be fair. So, happy days with that. His interceptions, I think the high mediums help him with that. His aggressive style does help him with that as well. Because, given that he's not in a natural position for a centre-back, so to speak, he steps up and intercepts a lot of the balls. So, happy days. He's got 93 interceptions in stats. But it doesn't exactly mean he's going to intercept just for having the stats. He actually still needs to do it in game. By the way, this challenge, that is perfect. First touch. Why am I mentioning first touch as a pro for a centre-back? It's always important, right, when you've got a centre-back, that the ball, when it hits them, because obviously they're in a position where opposition, they're going to fire crosses across, like low crosses, could be the R1A, that's RBA, and R1X. Dude, I've literally got a control here. I don't know what's going on. And it can bounce off and go in any direction if you don't have good ball control. You don't basically instantly trap the ball. You could block a shot and, like, go for, like, a weird touch with his legs. So ball control is very important for me with centre-backs as well. So that is another kind of bonus for this card. So ball control is very good. I'd say the only con is he's slow turning. Now, I spoke about this with the acceleration, getting there to close him down. And I like to manually, like, jockey in defence. But sometimes it's Sergio Ramos, he doesn't turn the slowest. So if you're against a highly agile striker, he could get past you very, very easily. By the way, included that last clip in there because he kind of used, like, his sheer presence. And the player just walked out the pitch. He kind of stumbled, thought it would have been a pen. Wasn't a pen. We get the ball and we move on. But guys, let's move on to the summary. So there we have it for effectively our first review of Team of the Year. It wasn't even a Team of the Year player. Those are coming, by the way. We'll do Mbappe, do Messi. Played a few games tonight. They're actually fantastic for me over the course of 3 games. I'll just read out some of the stats. These are in Foot Champs too. Messi, 3 games, 7 goals, 3 assists. And Kylian Mbappe, what did you do? 3 games, 5 goals, 5 assists, man. Oh, it's just nice at the end of the day. As it says Sergio Ramos, but I think, like, as you can see in the far corner, it's always going to come down to that talking point of whether he's kind of worth it, you know, when it does come down to value, which I could see why a lot of people would say he's simply not worth it. And a lot of people would say potentially he is worth it. I just want to bring, like, some other centre-backs into the equation. And obviously, when you think of a certain player from a certain league, you're going to go to that league to compare centre-backs. So, just want to pull up some centre-backs right now. Maybe a lower price. Probably not as effective, but potentially kind of similar range. So, Marquinhos, he's got this 90 rated. I forgot what that purple card was. Was that a glory? No, it might have been. No. Was it a glory one, the purple ones? It might have been, it might not have been. I've got no idea. World Cup was so long ago, and to be honest, I didn't really like the World Cup kind of promo. The other Sergio Ramos is 176, so basically, he's got the same work rates as well. So basically 180. Eric Bayer's in there. By the way, that card is nuts. But again, all these kind of centre-backs I'm listing off will give you a different feel than a Sergio Ramos. Marshall, what the hell do you mean? It's literally just work rates, man. Literally just work rates. Obviously, you're going to look at Kimpembe, because Kimpembe is cheaper than this SBC. He's under 500,000 coins, and arguably the better centre-back. And I think if you did ask me as well, who's the better centre-back between Kimpembe, who I have used, and Sergio Ramos, I'd tell you, I wouldn't lie to you, and I'd say Kimpembe. Kimpembe is the better centre-back. But Sergio Ramos is still very good, and for that reason, overall rating will be a 9.2 for myself. If I was to review Kimpembe, by the way, which I did on the channel, he'd be like a 9.6. Fully sensational centre-back. If not, he's between like a 9.6 and 9.8. I think he's one of the best centre-backs in the game right now, alongside World Cup hero Lucio. He's nuts, man. He's very, very good. So 9.2 overall rating. I think that's fair. He's a very good card in the game, and I think you'll be able to like use this card for a very, very long time to go. So it comes down to that value for coins, and I think it is overpriced in my personal opinion. Again, considering the likes of Kimpembe. Now I know rating isn't there with Kimpembe compared to the Sergio Ramos, but the ability is. There's no doubt with the ability of Kimpembe compared to Sergio Ramos, even like Marquinhos in certain aspects of his game. So I think he's like 200k, maybe like, he's overpriced by at least 200k in my eyes. Possibly more. Possibly more. So the value for coins for myself will be a 7.0. Counteract that, it's Team of the Year. Lots of packs are going to be opened. And with that, there's going to be lots of fodder on the market. And lots of fodder in every single one's club. So it could bring the price down from the 615 over time. Because obviously, people will use untradables. That is just sheer the market value of even untradables. Because you've got to think, you've got like a untradable Lewandowski, for example. His market value is 70k. Even though he's untradable in your club, he's still got a market value of 70,000 coins if you were to purchase them off the market. But lads, that's going to be it for the review today. Sergio Ramos, not a bad start to Team of the Year. We've got more coming up. Team of the Year, Messi, Mbappe, Benzema, and everything, including World Cup hero icons. They're not hero. World Cup hero icons. What the hell does that even... Why am I even saying Team of the Year? It's Team of the Year, guys. I just got to get that in my head. Team of the Year icons. I'm still not feeling very well, so I'm a little lightheaded. A lack of sleep as well. But thank you very much for hopefully watching the video. If you guys have enjoyed, please leave a like on the video. We'll catch you in the next one.